Mel is start on
All
the
right,
elbow.
let's get going. Okay, so very soon, as soon as you're assigned a student, inbound student, you will get a letter, a message from the district. And it'll start off, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. This is a sample. It's Linda Test from Norway is the inbound student here. So you're going to get this letter. It'll show you who your student is, where they're from, district, whatever. It'll tell you a little bit about what we're expecting from you, and then it'll give you step 1, step 2, and step 3. And if you actually do everything in the order that we lay it out, and we're going to go through it very detailed, you will be able to get through it very easily. You'll also have 4 attachments, and we have decided that we are going to pre-populate as much as possible. So when you get a document, you pretty well should just have to get it executed. So this is the agenda. What are the documents? What is the message? What's the process, completion, and next steps? So the one thing, because we're pre-populating the documents, please read everything carefully. Read the letter, read all the documents. If there's an error in the documents, if I've spelled your name wrong or the student or put a wrong birth date, let me know and I'll fix it before you do anything else. And I'll fix it within that day. I'll fix it within hours. And then once you have everything that you're comfortable with and it's correct, you want to start planning appointments for getting the signatures that are required and booking appointments with the school. So I quickly showed you this. Your first little part of your message is going to just confirm who your student is. We haven't assigned any students yet, so none of these letters have gone out. The second part of the document is confirming with you that we need 3 documents executed by the club, the school, and yourselves as custodians to be returned to us. And the latest for return is March 15th, 2026, or 14 days from the day you receive the message. So if we send Melody you a message tomorrow, we are expecting within 2 weeks to have those documents executed and returned to us. So the first step is to prepare the document. And there are 2 documents that the club needs to prepare before they do anything else. The first one is the host district club parent guarantee form. It's our side of the document that we did for the outbounds. So again, we're going to pre-populate as much as we possibly can for you. I believe all of it will be pre-populated because I asked you for your information, and I also asked for what school. I know what school the kids are going to. So you're going to need the president and the YEO signatures at this point. There will be more later, as well as Anne Marie's. And I don't believe I can get Anne Marie's signature on this document. So you will just sign on her behalf, putting a PP in front of it. I have also made all of the documents that the inbound counselor is both the custodian and the first host family. Whether you are or you aren't, it makes all the documents match, and we're good to go. I don't have to wait for you to tell me who your first host family are. So at this point, we're going to ask you to print 2 copies so that you can have 2 originals of this. One you may leave with the school, one you may take with you. Again, read the document carefully, make sure everything's correct. As soon as you can, the minute you get the document, try and find your club president and your YEO and get their signatures on it. You'll be way ahead of the game if you do that right away. And again, I don't believe I can get Anne Marie's signature on it electronically, so just put PP and sign it on her behalf in her section. So this is what it looks like. Now, I'm just going to caution you. The current guarantee in the system looks a little different than this one, which is what we're more used to. I've asked the developer if he could swap out the formats. If he can, this is what it'll look like. If he cannot, this is what it'll look like. It has exactly the same information. You still need the same signatures in the same slot. A host club and district guarantee portion with the Anne Marie signature, your president, and your youth exchange officer. So that's the easiest and first thing for you to do. This is what the full, yeah, go.
I happen to be the president, so there's no concerns with me signing my name to all this stuff, president as well as counselor. Okay, thank you.
Well, this is YEO. You are the
Sorry?
inbound counselor. Are you also the youth exchange officer?
No, but I'm the club president.
Okay, so as club president, you would sign in the middle, and
Yes.
whoever your youth exchange officer will sign on the right-hand side.
Okay, that's Kevin.
Kevin.
Tecklenburg. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And then you'll sign for Anne Marie on the left.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. This is what the full guarantee, I've only shown you the top portion, A, where we're looking for you to do that preparation part, but there's more pieces to the document, which we'll get to in a minute. So again, that's the one that we're familiar with, and this is the one that's currently in the system. Just so you're not confused, they're the same document, they just are formatted a little bit different. All good there? Okay. The second document that you need to prepare before you call the school is the custodian agreement. This is a 2-page document. Again, I'm going to fill everything in I possibly can. I think I can fill everything in because I've asked you all for your information as custodian, whether you're a Canadian citizen or not. I don't have all of them. I've got yours, Alan. Dawn, I don't have yours, I don't believe. Or do I?
I'm not sure.
That would tell me no.
Obviously, I have some things to do that that I need to get on. So
No, that's okay. Yeah, we'll send a copy of the presentation. So
thank you.
I need that information so I can pre-populate this form for you. So all you need to do is sign it and have it notarized. So again, we ask you to print 2 copies, so you're going to end up with 2 originals, just in case we lose one or whatever. The first page is the only page you're going to sign and have notarized. You don't touch the second page. But again, please read everything and make sure all the information is correct. All right, why won't this? Oh, there we go. Okay, so this just iterates that. The second page, I've had counselors send the second page to their inbound students. Please do not do that. This is just for you and us at this time. We will look after that second page. So the second page is going to be signed by the parents. The first page is going to be signed by you. As soon as you get them signed, you're going to scan them to Damien. But again, I reiterate that at the end. So those are the 2 preparation documents. Are we all clear on that? Yes? Hi, Lori. I don't see John there, so I'm really happy to see you there.
Yeah, hi. Hi there. I don't see John either, and I don't see Cliff, so.
So you're going to have to help them along with this.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Thank you. All right, so your prep is done. Those are the 2 documents. And this is just an example of what the custodian agreement looks like. So the first part is all filled in, and the bottom part, which looks like this, is the part that you're going to sign in front of a notary and get notarized on 2 originals, first page only. Clear as mud?
Blue ink. I know we used to care about ink.
I don't think it matters, but blue ink just shows up better when you're
Okay.
scanning it.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we have our two pieces of, our two documents executed by Rotarians. Now it's time to go to the school. So while you're executing your documents, I would suggest you make an appointment with the high school, the principal, so that you can have them execute their portion once you're ready to take your two documents to them plus the other documents. What they're going to need from you is a shortened copy of the application package. So they're going to want to see the application that shows the students, their marks, and the references from the school that they came from. I'm going to try really hard to attach that to that letter so you have everything you need in the one letter. I haven't attached it yet, but I will. You're going to take your two original host club guarantees, because remember, we have that section the school has to fill in. You're going to take your custodial documents so that they know that the student who's under 18 has a custodian and someone who's going to be responsible for them while they're in the country. You will have in your package a copy of the reciprocal agreement, and that's going to be totally filled in except for North. Lori, I need to talk to you about that. North needs the new school principal to sign it, because the school that your inbound is going to is not the school that Jessica is going out of. So you have one extra step to do there. And then we've also attached a sample of the school acceptance letter. And that's something you're going to ask the school to print on their letterhead with all the right signatures. So let's get through that. You've got your host guarantee and it's all signed. You've got your custodian, it's all signed. You will have a sample school letter, which will be attached to the letter, to the message. And it might be, when you make your appointment, ideal to send that ahead of time so they could have it ready for when you arrive. You'll have your reciprocal agreement. You might want to send that ahead of time as well. And you'll have your application, which you might want to send ahead of time as well. So this is the school portion C, of the host guarantee. So this is going to be filled in. If you look at the bottom part, this one is filled in. Remember, we said it could be this guarantee or it could be this one. They're both the same information. So it's this bottom part, school's logo or stamp, the name of the school official, Bob Jones, principal, and his email address, his signature, and the date he signed. So it's this bottom part that you're going to need filled in. I will have filled in all of the top. Okay, so this is where I was talking about your reciprocal. Just take a copy and give it to them. They're going to have to take that piece of paper to the school they're going to have to sign it. Their business office will sign it. And then their business office will send it to the school district, who will sign it for them to get their funding. So you don't have to do anything with it except leave a copy with them. And
Linda?
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. So Anne Marie said that we won't be doing this for Stetler because
Exactly.
there is no reciprocal. So as long as you know that. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Stetler's out of that part. So you won't get a reciprocal from me in your package. One of the things a lot of people ask is, there's a blank spot. I don't know if you could see this, if I can make it any bigger. No, I gotta move. Oh, it's not going bigger. Okay, anyways, down the bottom here, you can see there's some blank signatures and dates. This is where an inbound parent would normally sign. We're not going to have them sign it because they've already signed the host guarantee, which is part of their application. So if your school says, when am I going to get these signatures? Just point them to the host guarantee, not the host, the sponsor guarantee, which is in the application package. And that represents their signature there. So those two spots will never be signed. So don't worry about that. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. And then the last thing we want from the school is a letter of acceptance. So this letter of acceptance has to be on school letterhead. It needs to clearly state that the international fees are waived. It needs to state that the student will be accepted into the school and it has a place for the address. And it has to be signed by an authorized individual, usually the principal. And when they sign it, make sure they put their title and type their name underneath. I've had people give me them where there's just a signature, but there's no, I don't know who it is, and there's no title or signature block underneath. So this is our sample on school letterhead or division. Some of them, I think Cochrane, they have the division that actually signs the letter. Name of the student, the date of their birth, name of the school. Student is being admitted through a reciprocal exchange, which is why we need the reciprocal. And we will waive the international tuition fee. That's about a $12,000 or $13,000 hit. So it's really important that that's in there. The name of the school and the address of the school must be there, and then the title and the signature of whoever signed it. So if you give this to the school ahead of time, they can maybe have it ready for when you do have your appointment and arrive. Any questions up to there?
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
So I'm brand new at this, and maybe Bruce and I haven't talked a whole lot about it. He's the YEO, but when we get stuff notarized, is there a particular person we go to for notarization, or do we find someone in the club?
Generally, there's someone in the club.
Okay.
Almost every club has someone who's a notary. We've got one in ours, and we're not a very big club.
Okay.
Anne Marie, anything else there?
I would just say if you're having issues, reach out to Linda or I, because we'll get our former DG to notarize. She'll do it, no problem.
Yeah.
So if you are challenged in finding one, just let us know and we'll coordinate with Christina.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. And the other question I had was all this stuff that you're sending today. Now I'm going to rewatch this because there's a lot of stuff because I'm brand new to try
Yeah.
and take in. Have you sent that as a package on one of your attachments already for all the things that we need to do, or do we go online to find all this information?
I'm not sure I understand. So we're going to
Like
send
all
you
these, is all these,
Dawn will send it to you when the student is assigned to you. So we haven't
oh,
sent
okay.
it yet.
So we'll get
So
a
we're
package
getting
when the
you ready.
students,
Yeah. So it'll come as an email with this is your student and here are the documents.
oh,
So
perfect.
until we
Yeah.
have the student, you won't receive this email.
No,
Okay.
so Dawn wasn't here when I showed. So this
Yeah,
is what the
that's
package.
fair.
Sorry, I was a little late. We had company and I was
That's
running around.
okay. Super Bowl. So this is what the package looks like. It's all the same information. And
Okay.
at the bottom are all your documents that you'll have,
Excellent.
right? So it'll all be there.
That's really
So
great.
it's
Okay, and then we
easy.
can just
Yeah.
rewatch this and find out, go through exactly what we need to do to make sure we've got it all correct.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a better view of the reciprocal. So this is just a copy, and I'm the test. I'm from Norway, Oslo, just so you know. And
Thank
this
you.
is that section where I was saying, if the school is asking where are these signatures, we'll point them to the host sponsor guarantee where the parents have already signed,
Okay,
and the application where they've signed that as well.
thank you. And sorry for being late and missing
No.
that first important bit there.
Yeah, no, thanks for reminding me. I forgot you weren't there for that. Okay, so once you've got all that done, really we're looking for these three documents. So you've taken the host district club guarantee form and you've had your YEO, your inbound, or your president, and you've signed for Anne Marie, and you've taken it to the school and got their signatures. Done. Custodial agreement, you've signed both of the page ones and had them notarized, and you're going to scan back page 1 and 2 to us. Done. And the school acceptance letter, Once you get that, you're going to scan that back to us. You're done. So that's it. It's really those 3 documents that we're looking for. The extra documents that we've talked about, the school is looking for. Make sense? Maybe I should add that little portion down there. The school is looking for blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So it's basically that. And because we're going to be rushing this year to try and get ahead of the game, we're going to pre-populate as much as we can. I've spent a lot of time today pre-populating my test just to test it all. Okay, what do we have for questions here?
I was just saying, contrary to some who may have been involved for a long time and back and forth, the documents don't go in originals to the students anymore. They go as PDFs, and they upload PDFs into the study permit portion of the Immigration and Refugee Canada service. So you guys can keep the originals.
Yep.
We just need them in the event that we need to resend, we need to repopulate, that sort of thing. But you can hold on to originals, but please make sure that the PDFs that we get are really clear and really crisp, so that they can, because they'll be uploaded by the student.
Yeah, because you're going to upload them to us, and then we're going to forward them to the student. And they need to be able to read them. So the other thing is, when you're uploading them, where do I have that? Somewhere when you're uploading them, you need to upload them document by document. So host guarantee, it's a 1-pager. Upload that by itself. And we're asking you to send it to Damien.
Yeah, we're create separate PDFs, right? Because we're not
separate scanning.
We're not asking them to upload anything.
Yeah, we're asking you to scan them separately and email them to Damien, because when we put them in the system, we have certain codes, and you have to put the right codes, and we don't want to put that on you. We'll handle putting the right codes in the system. So custodial agreement, the 2 pages, we don't need 4, just the 2, page 1 and page 2. 1 is executed, 2 is not. And the school acceptance letter, that's a 1-pager, again, separately to Damien. So we should have 3 attachments, not 1. Make sense? Okay, thanks. That was a good one, Anne-Marie. When you go to the school, almost always the school is asking, well, what about insurance? All of the students incoming are going to be asked to apply for the insurance that we suggest, which is CISI Bolduc Plan B. It is a health and travel insurance. It's very high level. It's better than what the school boards are asking for if they're international. Because when I showed it to, I think it was the Catholic school board, they said, oh, this is better. This is good. So it'll meet whatever requirements they have. Every student will come with a study permit. I believe they actually get their study permit when they land here, don't they, Anne-Marie? They get it at entry. We've asked them.
They get the physical copy at entry, but they will have a notification that they've been accepted.
Yeah, exactly. We've asked them to arrive August 15th. If it's any different, you'll know, but that's when we've asked. And when you're talking to the school, just make sure they understand the breadth of the Rotary program, because a lot of these schools, I don't think Queen Elizabeth has ever done it with us. So Lori, that's one that you'll have to help John manage. So
Trini was at Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, was she? Oh, good. Okay. So this, make sure they understand. Well, this is a brand new principal though. So I know she hasn't done it. So make sure they understand the breadth of Rotary, that there's, counselors and host families and district support, and there's financial support. We pay stipends, and, we check on them all the time. So that's one of the things that helps ingratiate ourselves with some of those schools. for the next time that we get to do an exchange there. And then lastly, quite often the schools are asking in the spring what classes you want your students to be in. So while you can't talk to the students right away, you can talk to a counselor at the school and start to get the information on what courses are available and what school sports there might be for your student to sign up for, so that you're prepared. And Anne-Marie made the suggestion, maybe once you get that information, because Damien's going to be working with the student on the study permit, he might be able to slip that in and have them think about it. So when you do reach out to them, they've actually had a minute to think about it. Also, don't forget to start getting your club members interested and excited for the inbound student, and your host families, which we all know we need to line up. And the last thing is be patient. Once we've received those documents and we're able to send them off, this is when Damien does his magic and works with the students to help them apply for their study permit. And it's a lot of work because they're in a government site with a second language trying to navigate. So Damien does a lot of work with them, and he's on the phone with them a lot. And if you're also phoning the family and trying to, build your relationship, it doesn't help him because their focus gets moved around. So once you send us the information, if you could just sort of step back a little bit and let Damien do his work, as soon as he gets them done with their application on the study permit, he will open the floodgates and say, have at her, build your relationship with the family, and away you go. So I know that was very fast and there's a lot of information there. Is there anything that really worries you at this point? Alan?
It's not worrying as much as just better understanding. I'm going to be gone for a bit here, probably till the 23rd, and I am wondering if any of the documents are going to arrive while I'm out of country.
Anne-Marie,
They may, but let's work together, and we can also, you and Rhonda can work tag team on this as well, right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, what do you have a sense of when the documents will be shipped out to us about?
Hard to say right now.
Okay.
We've got 2 applications in house. We're hoping to get the rest of them this week, hopefully at the latest.
Okay.
I know we're going to get some in March, or we know that Chile is going to be in March. We just
Okay.
haven't assigned students yet. And that's why Linda put the kind of 2 weeks from receipt. Our
Yeah.
hope is that we will have notification out to you at least on country selection as quickly as possible. But we really, because we have some clubs that want certain genders, we're kind of having to wait until we receive more of the application forms to ensure that we're properly distributing. So I'm hoping to have 2 or 3 more packages this week, which would allow us to make that call.
Okay. Yeah, I'll we'll wait. We'll be patient. Thank you.
good. So it sounds like a lot, but really there's only 3 documents that you really need to worry about. And then getting in front of the school is the big piece, and having them comfortable with what we're doing. And remember, we've got Easter coming up. So that's why we put March 14th. I think that's before Easter, is it? Yeah.
Easter's pretty late.
Yeah. The CBE holiday is March 23rd. So we're hoping to have this all cleaned up before Easter break and March break. I don't know what the Stettler or Lethbridge or Canmore are. All right.
Dawn's
What
got a
is-
question.
Yeah, Dawn.
Do you recommend then that, like, is it hard to get in to see the principal? Do we have to schedule that quite far in advance, or do we just wait till we get the documents, get them ready, then schedule it, or do we need to kind of get this pre-set up?
It depends on the school. I would say I would reach out to the principal and say, we're getting close to getting our documents. Like, how soon would we be able to meet? Just so you know whether they're very busy and they need 3 weeks notice, or if they would be able to do it if you called them this Monday and they were able to meet next Monday. Once you get the documents, definitely book your appointment, but make sure you have enough time to do your custodian and your host guarantee with your club, because you need those 2 documents signed before you go. Yeah. But it would be good to do some homework and make sure you know who the principal is, how to get a hold of them. Even introduce yourself. I know, Alan, you know the school, you've been in to see them. So it's probably easier for you to get in. Anything else, Melody? Thoughts? Lori, from a school perspective? No?
Just got
I just got my audio here. John's here.
Oh, but he missed everything?
Well, better late than never.
I'm going to stop recording because we're just going to.
Yeah.
So I just want to confirm, Linda, I know you don't want us reaching out to the student in the spring. Will we at that time have their letter with their indication of their interest so we can at least have some sort of guidance? Yeah, okay.
You will get their full application form.
Okay, and that includes that letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Okay.
includes the parent and the student letter. So it'll give you a bit of guidance there. But again, you'll be able to talk, given how far we brought this ahead, you'll be talking to them hopefully by April, May, right?
Mhm.
Because once they've got their application submitted and in process, then Damien can introduce the counselors. It's really ensuring that they're focused and understanding how serious it is for them to get their documents as quickly as possible. That's critical. So if they do reach out to you, because we can't stop that, just make sure you're getting them to circle back to Damien going, well, no, you have to work with Damien until you reach this point. I'm stepping away until I get clarity on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the other thing we found is sometimes the counselor is telling the student something different than what Damien is telling them, and it causes parents to get involved, and then there's communication mishaps, and so it's better if he can just get them through the study permit first, and then counselors take over, and away you go.
Alan, you were going to say something?
We're just going to check in. So I've had my vulnerable sector checks done and all that. That's up to date. But I see on some correspondence that my host family correspondence isn't. So that's something that I'll have to have done again and have our youth exchange officer work with me to get that done. Is that right?
Did you have a host? Have you done one before? A host family?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then all we really need is, I'm just going to look you up. All we really need is your updated.
Probably home visit.
The home visit. And if you're up to date on your volunteer, then we'll just transfer your background check and your training to your host family as well.
Okay, so I need our youth exchange officer to do a home visit. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Or your youth protection officer.
Yeah,
Or
sorry.
person officer, yeah.
Either or, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
sorry,
one
I'm
of the
mixing up
same
with
here.
YEO, sorry. But your YPO, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get Kevin on that. And is there, sorry to take up this group's
No,
time,
no.
but is there a form or something that you could, that for that home visit, just point me to it?
Whoever does the visit is the one that actually fills it in. You don't have to do anything.
If you could just get that to Kevin then, please.
Yep, yep.
Or, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? John, how much did you hear? When did you arrive?
I
John?
don't see him.
I see him, but he's on mute. I'm going to assume he didn't hear anything.
Well, I just wanted to, maybe we can just do this after the meeting, just Linda and me and John, just update him on the school situation that you wanted to explain.
Why don't we wait till we actually get the documents?
Okay,
Because he might forget by then. I might forget by then.
okay,
Yeah. I'll make sure in your documents, I have an extra piece of information.
sounds good.
Okay. All right. And Melody, you're going to stay behind and we're going to check why you can't do your.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
Okay. I'm gonna.
All
see
right.
if
But let me throw this out there to the group, those of you who are involved in the current year's inbound. I am trying to do something for the Stampede weekend with those kids.